Next up, we have Dennis Bonilla, who spends his day killing asteroids. Oh, no. He kills zombies. He doesn't go to the asteroids things. He likes magic mushrooms, but not quite in the same way that Melissa does. But he's going to talk about video games and education, Axis and Axes. Dennis Bonilla.
All right, in order to talk about the future, I want to take a little time to talk about the past. 1947, first video game is patented. This thing has little knobs, simulates a missile hitting a target. Very simple system, but it's a breakthrough. All right, so we move forward 10 years. The tic-tac-toe gets digitized for a thesis demonstration. The big one here is Space War. If you look at 1961, it's developed at MIT. The software itself is free. You just need a $125,000 computer to play it. Ralph Baer, this guy's the father of video games. On his spare time, he develops the very first console while working for a military contractor. None of his coworkers think that what he's doing is real work. Okay, in 1974, Maze Wars. This is the first-person shooter. It's created at NASA Ames on an MLAC system. The really cool thing about this particular guy is that those MLAC computers are there to design the space shuttle. 10 years pass, Space Invaders, Asteroids, Pac-Man, a little game called Super Mario Brothers, and Nintendo's released in 1983. Game development starts to accelerate. We can finally afford to have this stuff at home. Simnet goes online in 1987 for the military. This is a massive system that takes multiple simulators and has them talking to one another. Can anybody guess why they built this? Money. It's cheap, and it's fast, and war. That's right. All right, so 92, id Software releases Wolfenstein. This is a fully immersive 3D environment that you can't jump or duck in. Public goes nuts, start making their own levels, their office, their house, whatever. So we jump another 10 years. You've got Grand Theft Auto, fully immersive sandbox game, physics, multiplayer. NASA joins Second Life in 2007, and we come up to the present, which is photorealistic, downloadable content, web-based 3D. Web-based 3D. All right, so who am I? What do I know? All right, so these are systems that we've built. I work for a contractor out in Herndon called Valador. We've had contracts with NASA. You see multiplayer engineering system. You see a couple of space shuttles inside of the vehicle assembly building. All right, so if we're going to have a conversation about video games now as they are, let's not talk about video games. Let's talk about immersive environments. Let's talk about storytelling. Let's talk about collaboration. And let's talk about getting kids involved in science. Okay, so what we're seeing at my job is an increased reliability on the z-axis, the z-plane, so X, Y, Z, 3D environments, collaboration. People want to be able to see, and this is our contracts, they want to be able to see the forest as well as the little trees. All right, this is what a 2D system looks like, right? We're trying to actually solve this problem by gutting the inside of video game engines and providing a pass-through to that data so that you can actually experience it, so you can actually move around it in 3D. So for real, for training, for zombies, right? We've got, at the top is an actual picture of a location that we digitized, a synthesized environment on the bottom left, and then on the right, our own little personal mission that we built inside of Left 4 Dead. How we did it, these are off-the-shelf tools, very simple. You can get them for free. They come with most video games. Kids actually know how to use this stuff, and you know, it's a very cheap cost to actually start developing your own games. So this is Little Big Planet. Over 1 million community-built levels and growing. This thing is only a couple years old. This is teaching kids rudimentary physics, storytelling, philosophy, psychology, team building. All right, if they can't find the tools and they can't do it themselves, they'll hack the system. What you've got here is Back to the Future inside of Grand Theft Auto. Somebody's actually done that. Yeah. All right. So the other cool thing is that these kids are creating their own games. They're taking these immersive environments and they're rule sets, but they're not playing by those rules. They're actually trying to teach themselves really dynamic gameplay. And a lot of the times, what they end up finding are these glitches in the system that actually expose them to how these systems are built. I find that a lot of the people that actually encounter a glitch in a system tend to end up understanding that system far better than someone that didn't. All right, so This is really cool. This is a multi-user collaboration system. And essentially, again, what we did is we gutted a video game and we opened it up to actual scientific use. Engineers are using that at Kennedy Space Center. So if you're waiting for the future to show up, a holodeck, you know, the ability to create your own world, you don't have to wait anymore. Get involved. I mean, look at the free SDKs. We're living that now. The future is now.